What is it? Hey, welcome to Unsolicited Advice. I am Tara.
I am Jacq.
And I'm Julie.
We are working moms who are juggling with, I don't know what.
We're juggling career, marriage, motherhood, I don't know, dropping some bottles and some balls along the way.
We sure
Sounds
are.
good.
Yeah. So tonight we want to talk about technology and your kids. So what I mean by that is when your kid is throwing a tantrum or they're bored or you guys want to go for dinner and you don't want to be bothered, do you throw a tablet or a phone in front of your kid and placate them with technology?
Ooh, placate.
There
Big
you
word.
go.
She's
Hashtag that.
I will say Jacq is really good at inventing new terms. I
I'm
feel like
pretty
there's a
sure if
whole
you look
other...
that
I think that one is
It's
legit.
a word.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
have a
Oh.
proclivity for using words like that.
Oh.
So
She's
you're,
a word nerd.
You're just like one-upping my, you know,
Yeah.
you're making me feel like a bad...
Up a mama.
Just swear at her.
Just swear at me. Anybody got any thoughts on technology?
Okay.
I have some technology issues in the home, especially with the second child, because I feel like life is busy. I am a full-time mother and a full-time actor. So I essentially have two full-time jobs. I don't have a nanny. I have very limited childcare. So I feel like the second definitely gets the iPad a lot more than I feel comfortable with. Recently, he started waking up. And I go into his room and he goes, Mommy, pad, phone, pad,
Right.
Kiwi Playhouse. He's addicted to Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That's a bit creepy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So we have
My
we
family.
started to actually put the iPad, we've locked everything up. We tried to, it's actually really been good for us because it forces us now to not bring our phones out in front of him because we know that he has addiction issues, clearly. But it was a real eye-opener. But at the same time, I rely heavily on the iPad because I often bring him to auditions. And that's what he
It's
watches.
time and place, man.
So
it's time and place. I think,
it's a really tough balance. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can judge anyone for doing so. I
Right.
think it's time and place and
Yeah.
how you use it.
Yeah.
Because I do think that, especially as a working mom, you need to use tools. Like you have to
For
use
sure.
tools.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my first three kids are older. They're 14, 15, and 16, so there weren't these things around when they were babies.
Yeah.
And I had to be super organized. Like, I had my triple stroller, and I had all, like, you know, I had all the toys and all the things underneath and all the snacks and all the... And then I did notice, like, when people were having other kids, they didn't have to pack all this stuff. They'd just be like, here you go, right? So I probably didn't use it as much with my next kids, but enough for sure. And there's a place, like, I can't tell you, like, those drives to the cottage, like, they're heavenly now. It used to be awful. It used to be like I wanted to throw kids out of the car. You know, it was, so now it is like they can have their iPads, they can, and it makes it a lot more peaceful.
Yeah.
But you know what? 4 hours sitting in a car is hard on a family of 8. So, you know, when you do the
Yeah.
things, you pick your battles, and that's a great time to use it. Or if child's getting bored or whatever, it's just, you know, we've all been to the restaurant and we're having dinner as a family. You see that family and every single person's on their iPad
Yeah,
or their
that's gross.
iPhone, and you don't, you know, like,
That's gross because you know what? Especially like, and you know, I get it. When you're a mom, like when I was nursing, there was a Twitter feed of moms nursing late at night, and I would like
Oh, it's so
tweet
great.
with them because I'm like, I'm
Community.
lonely, I'm
Yeah.
nursing.
But also,
it's
like
4
a
a.m.
newborn, it really, they're not... I mean,
Most
except for the
dangerous
rays.
time. Most
Yeah,
dangerous
the rays,
time are
yeah.
the mothers with newborns who are constantly looking at their phone and not making eye contact with their babies. It's very dangerous for the development of that child and your emotional connection to that child. And we can talk about that in another episode because CBC's done studies on it, did a great documentary on
I
it.
think on top of that too, I mean, obviously my kids know that actually my having a gadget means that often I can go to their school play or go to the park in the afternoon because it means I can work. Now I make sure I let them know what exactly I'm going to be doing on it.
Yeah.
I've got a couple calls to make or a couple emails, but they know that it provides me with freedom, but I always have to be aware about the role modeling. If I've got my nose in that all the time and they're talking to me, I'm going, and not paying attention. Well, what do you think they're going to end up doing?
Exactly.
It's all role modeling, right?
And you know,
I actually feel like this situation with the pads and all the devices has actually sort of shed a light on how much I'm on the phone or how much I'm doing. And I am absolutely making an effort now to when I am playing with my kids to put my phone in a different room and walk away.
And you can put some boundaries around it, like maybe not in the kitchen, not in the bedrooms, not like maybe in one room in the house. And if you want to go on your gadget, you go in there. It's in a public space.
Yeah.
The one thing though is that people are judgy because I had a friend who was out for dinner with her family and they were having a bet about I don't know who won the Stanley Cup in 1 year. So she pulls out her phone to look it up, to tell the kids. She's got 4 kids. And a woman walked by her and said, nice. She's
Okay,
like,
you judgy mom.
yeah. She's like, but I just. She's like, oh,
Don't even answer
Forget
women
it.
like that. But with Maddie,
Judgy
we give
moms.
her.
I mean,
Maddie's
seriously.
Maddie's allowed when we're in a restaurant, and Maddie is allowed certain times to have the iPad, but it is not a constant thing because I don't want her to get used to it, and she tries to take my phone too. So you know what? I don't want her on my phone.
It's not a
We
crutch.
do have a rule that my
is a
kids are
crutch.
not allowed to touch my phone.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good
God,
rule.
I love that.
I have Elsa stickers all over my phone. I clearly don't have that rule. What are your rules in the house for technology, tablets, and kids? Technology, tablets, and toddlers. What do you think?
Nice.
Oh,
The 3 T's.
I always think about that after.
Alliteration. See, I know things.
Fancy words
all
after
right.
all.
Literacy. Anyway, what are your rules? How do you handle it? And what kind of
Put them in the comments.
what kind of screen time do you give your kids? Put them in the comments.
Yeah.
Get back to us, and stay tuned next Sunday when we have another hot sizzling mommy topic. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week.
Great. I'm glad
Cheers.
everyone's watching this on a device.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Some kids are.
I bet you they're watching it on a
Some
stone
2-year-olds like,
tablet.
these mommies.
What are they doing on
Yeah.
YouTube?
Come on.
Not even-
Give
come
me
on.
Pee-wee's Playhouse on here, Mom.
Well, you know, I
That's
just
funny.
thought, well, because I enjoy, if I have to watch this show, I was like, I enjoy Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's actually pretty slow. Like, it's
Right.
not as, like, jumpy and stuff like that.
Right.
And there's a lot of humor in it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's addicted.
Well, then that's a good
Poor
one
kid,
to,
man.
to watch.
Yeah.
But he sounds like
Pee-wee's a
Pee-wee.
great role model for